Hey there guys, it's your boy Odin. Today I'm going to be bringing you guys a little bit of the Spiral Abyss content of Genshin Impact. I'm just going to go ahead and do floors 9 through probably either 10 or 11. I'm not going to make this video too long, but I did want to go ahead and start doing some of the Abyss because I haven't been on this game in so long that I just wanted to see what really has changed, if anything has changed in the last year, which I highly doubt. And then I'm going to go ahead and go with my preferred teams just because I know that these teams are basically the only characters that you really need and to complete most of this content. Pretty easy teams, I think, to beat most of the game with just these teams. Unless they've changed anything important or made any major changes, which I highly doubt. Most of these characters here can pretty much do everything for you. And I'm in the first half here at the top, I'm just going to use like a cryo and electro team. And then on the back half, I'm just going to use straight up geo team with Arataki Ito, who is C6. And we'll see how quickly I can get through most of these floors. For the buffs, I'm probably just going to go with, let's go with the floor buff, which is just this one here. Let's say character damage within 8 seconds of sprint plus 20%. Let's go ahead and do that. Why not? Pretty much going to be running around for no reason. Alright, let's go ahead and throw this over. And big booba damage. I do like Raiden. Raiden's probably one of the better Archons next to Zhongli. Zhongli, if you don't know, it just gives you that massive shield, which basically allows you to take no damage whatsoever. And it's just so nice to have. So I definitely love Zhongli. When he first came out, he was probably my favorite character. Just because he brought in so much use, and if you had him, you literally beat any content that was out at that point in time. So yeah, I really liked Zhongli, and pretty much a no-brainer when you get a shield that is based off of HP. It's just going to allow you to basically live through anything and just stand there and take as much damage as you want. And let's see how Arataki Ito here does, who I also haven't used in such a long time. But, as you guys can see, he's pretty busted too. I don't even know where the other last guy is. There we go. And this is Zhongli's shield right here. If for those of you guys that have not played Genshin Impact, I highly doubt there's many of you who have not. But the game is pretty, I want to say moderately easy and moderately not pay to win. You just got to be smart with like your primo gems. The game right away will essentially pull you into the whole, let's go ahead and take all your hard-earned primos and just spend them doing stupid things. So you just got to be careful with what you spend your primo gens on. Be selective with like the banners of which you're summoning on. And don't be like me and whale, because you honestly do not need to whale. Like I said, most of this content in the game, at some point it got to the point where like I could literally beat anything with any team that I had. So there was just like no real drive to pick up any new character. And that was part of the reason why I left for so long, just because, again, if your character is not really necessary even to the relevant content, there's really no need for you to get anybody or to pick up any other character. So, but as you guys can see, I'm pretty much just doing this for fun. I'm not even like trying very hard to not die here. Most of my characters are also pretty well what do you call it, trinket up. So I'll show you guys some of my artifacts once I'm done with the floors here, but really easy. there's really not much to be said about like Genshin Impact. It's either like if you have that character and you have some moderate artifacts, like you should have no problem beating most of this game whatsoever. So even with like just C1 or R1 characters, that's pretty much all that you need. And I just realized I may have been completely blocking my microphone. So if my audio is messed up, you'll know why. And Arataki Ito does actually break shields as well, so let's see how he does here. Done. Nice and easy. And we'll do the next floor. If you guys do play Genshin Impact, like let me know which characters are your favorite. In my opinion, you know, like I said, the Archons are like almost like a no-brainer. You want to go ahead and basically pick them up. But then your supports are really what's like important in Genshin. Like if you have a Bennett, if you have a, what's her name? Somebody like this Shang Ling, you should have no problem like completing or beating most of the game. The Zhang Ling, for example, has like some of the most outrageous burn or fire damage you could pick up. There's really like only a couple characters that will give you so much utility throughout that if you're smart about your Primo Gems, you pick only those guys up, like they'll be solidly set for a long time. In my opinion, if you can afford to go for like a Eula, like even a 1 Eula or a C1 Eula is just like really good. In my opinion, Eula is probably the best like burst damage in the game, and you could probably clear 90% of the Abyss with just Eula. So, you know, granted, you have to use like multiple characters for like, you know, front team, back team, etc. It's really easy. All right, so that was basically all of floor 9. So now we're going on to floor 10, and I'll just pretty much use. Do I want to use Eula? Let's go ahead and use Eula. Let me see what's up to this floor here. All right, so we'll use her on the back, on the second team. So we'll go with this first team. The first team, let's go ahead and throw in. Let's throw in. Let's do Diona, which will give me a shield. Then we'll go with. Let's do the same thing. Ganyu, Raiden, and Venti. Sure, why not? And then the second half we'll go with Zhongli. We'll go with Bennett. We'll go with Eula. And then who else do I want to bring? Do I want to bring anybody else here? Could bring in Ye Miko for a little bit of extra damage there. Why not? And we'll see how this goes. I mean, you know, it all depends on like who you have built as well, like, you know, artifact wise, but like Eula can be used with so many different characters that you really can have like a very high value team just by having some decent support, and you don't need that much support to make her broken because she's already broken as it is. You know, if you are gonna wait for Eula, I'm not sure if she was like recently on these banners or not, but if she was, you know, my mistake. But if she hasn't been, be on the lookout for Eula, because Eula really is like high value when it comes to Genshin. Just her damage, like I said, is still pretty much, in my opinion, like the best in the game. And if you have her, you really are. You don't need too many other characters in here whatsoever. So. Another character that's also really useful, like I said, is the Ganyu here. Venti's really good. Kazuha is like broken. I do have like C2 Kazuha, so you guys could definitely pick him up if you're considering which characters to get. Definitely pick him up. And yeah. Oh, why can't I switch into Venti? I think I'm lagging here. Can't switch to anybody. Alright, looks like it's just you, Ganyu. Oh, really? Oh, really? It's gonna kick me out. Of course it's gonna kick me out. Alright, we'll do that again. Continue. yeah, so I'll just do like Abyss 10 one more time, and then we'll go from there. That's the crit rate. Since this is pretty much the first time that I'm making like videos really for Genshin, I'm probably gonna keep my commentary to a minimum. I'll let you guys kind of like just see how these characters like really work if you are new to Genshin. Because I'm sure there's going to be a couple of you that don't know or have not played Genshin, or if you did, you played and stopped at some point, you know. So feel free to just, you know, watch some of the content for a little bit to get yourself back into the game and, you know, figure out if you want to play it again. Because I'm only coming back to really just to test it out and see what's changed. If I find not much has changed and I'm really not like, you know, drawn to it again, I'm probably gonna like skip it. Like my favorite thing about Genshin was always like the puzzles and like just the overall main world storyline and just the content that was offered by like all the mini games from like the world. But the one thing that I hate is the fact that like 90% of the events are just time restricted, and you get such little resin every single day that there's just not enough to keep you like playing for like a solid hour. And I understand that, like, you know, China has like a strict policy on like gaming, and you know, they don't want to spend too much or take too many kids like spending too much time playing like their games, but you know, it is what it is. All right, here comes Eula's burst. Boom, done. So Eula is actually like really good. If you don't know how to play Eula, you pretty much just continue attacking with physical attacks, building up that her special move, which is that sword. Once that sword essentially has built up stacks, it'll just blow up after around like 6 seconds. And you know, each one of you guys can probably have like a slightly better or different time for your explosion than mine, but you can actually make it explode early as well, just by switching into another character. So she is pretty unique and pretty cool, and I do like her kit very much, like I said. So otherwise I wouldn't have spent so much money trying to get C6 Eula with R5 Song of Broken Wallets. Alright, there we go. Of course, one lived. Abyss is really technically the hardest content right now in the game, which is kind of a shame because in my opinion it's not as hard as you would expect it to be or want it to be. Oh, and of course I would get an Electro for the back team when I didn't even look. That's gonna be no damage whatsoever. Alright, let's see if we can do that. Drop another pillar. And once we build up the sword stacks here, she is gonna basically just smash away. So, and he died before I even did anything with it. The sword is still essentially being built up right here. And here comes Benny. Alright, Eula, let's get her done. 61,000 just frozen damage from her E. So, very easy as you guys can see. And let's go to the next one. Alright, floor 10, chamber 3. Let's just do normal attacks. But see, like, you know, I'm going at this with like some of the older characters, and I haven't needed anything new. And this is like, you know, well into the Dendro Archon's, you know, storyline now, and not much has really changed, or not much is really like needed to finish off the game. So as you guys can see, you know, I really don't even think a lot of you guys need to pull for Nahida if you have some of these older teams, or if you're just coming back to the game. So, oh, it looks like I'm gonna die here. Whoa. There we go. I do like Diona. Diona is actually low-key like really good, just because she provides kind of similar shield to Zhongli, which is this HP based. But what is neat about her is she does have like really quick attacks, and if you're using like a sacrificial bow, she can be really good too. So, all right, let's go Eula. Of course, I'm standing there. But as you guys can see, Eula just hits so hard. Everything dies before anything needs to happen. And to get her sword to explode a little bit earlier, all I gotta do is just swap out to somebody else. So there you go. 500,000 damage. Back that up. It's a bit of a wasted buff in Bennett, but it's alright. Just doing this for fun anyways. I'm still gonna be within the time limit. And that's it. Easy peasy. Alright, so I think I'll end this video here for now. Actually, I think I should have enough to do like 110 pull. So let me go ahead and do that too. And I think I actually need to go back into the spiral to collect the rewards in order to make that happen. So let's go ahead and do that. 150, 150. Do I need 2 more? I need 2 more. There we go. And let's do 110 pull. And it's probably going to be just a regular 4-star. And Razor. I already have him C6, so there you guys have it. Do I have enough to make any other, what do you call it? Summons? There we go. Guess I could do that. Let's not do any top-ups. Let's go ahead and go for a couple more pulls here. Ooh, 4-star. Boof. Fobonia's sword. Boo. That gave me enough star glitter for like 2 more summons though. I'll save them for the next banner. Well, that's it for this video, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that bit of content on the Spiral Abyss. Like I said, I'll probably be loading up a couple more videos here and there of Genshin Impact and me just kind of playing around. I'll probably do some storyline as well if you guys want to follow along with the storyline. Like I said, I am still in the chasm, so I'll probably start off from there. With that said, guys, I will show you guys the next of the videos here in the next couple of days. Take it easy, guys.